They're silence weapons.
There should be a clear stop.
They experimented on human psychics of their citizens.
You may not be interested in war, but war is interested in you.
The idea is actually fictional.
Experimented on human psychics of their citizens.
There should be a clear stop to this because
Welcome to the E-Talk. At E-Talk, we discuss about 5 E's: Earth, Environment, Energy, Economy, and Education. I am pleased to be joined by my 3 guests in the studio. I have Haja with me. She is from Algeria and she is an analyst. I have Valerie from Russia, and I have Mr. Matthias from Costa Rica, and they both are international relations experts. Today's topic is extremely important and extremely controversial and extremely sensitive. We are talking about the development of the biological weapons.
Robert F. Kennedy, Jr. is facing widespread criticism from political leaders and civil rights organizations after a video surfaced of him making false claims that COVID-19 was ethnically targeted to attack certain ethnic groups. COVID-19 is targeted to attack Caucasians and Black people. The people who are most immune are Ashkenazi Jews and Chinese. He also made a surprising statement, saying that the U.S. is developing biological and chemical weapons against China and Russia.
How do you see this? Why this statement came to the surface?
What I think of this video, it is kind of a political hype, and I do believe that the government of the US understands that, and that's why they did comment on it being fake and untrue. And as for the part where why didn't they come up with an answer whether they do really develop a biological weapon or not, is because if they really do have such projects and if they really do develop it, I don't think it is a wise thing to comment on it.
The idea is actually fictional. Therefore, when I heard the statement, I just felt that the whole statement comes from a background of the conspiracy theory. But is it true or not? From my point of view, it looks more non-realistic than it is realistic.
In the 50s, the government of the USA, they experimented on human psychics of their citizens. They drugged them, they electrified their brains, and many people suffered from it. But it was not revealed until the late 90s. And when it was revealed, people were struck because it was considered to be just a conspiracy theory. So it is very hard from this point of view to really decide whether conspiracy theories may be true or not, but because sometimes they tend to really just come true.
the position of the international institutions and also will be the positions of the international community about what's happening here. I think that will be the most important things to analyze, how they will respond against these actions of the United States.
It's a question about Russia claiming that United States of America has been developing more than 50 chemical and labs in Ukraine. Being Russian, how do you think so that how far this statement is true?
Well, I'm sure of one thing, that the labs are indeed there in Ukraine, but for now we do not know for sure what they do in there. The investigation is still going on. From my point of view as a Russian person, I'm frustrated by the WHO decisions on this matter, because this should be investigated thoroughly. Because I believe that biological weapon, if they do exist in the territory of Ukraine, may be as dangerous to the whole humanity as an atomic bomb. And I do believe that whoever does it, no matter whether it's Russia, Ukraine, China, US, it should be restricted in a very harsh way, and it should be banned just the way the atomic bomb is controlled. It should be controlled just the way it is controlled.
Also, per a question that what kind of message United States of America is transcending to the rest of the world, and what shall the world react to it?
So, biological weapons are actually something more dangerous on humanity than atomic bombs.
Of course.
Because they're silence weapons, right? If the US is really researching on bioweapons, it will be only for one thing. It's to realize the fact that we are the strongest country. Like, as you know, few decades ago, it was all about wars. So if you have a strong army, you are the strongest country. Nowadays, it's about economics. So maybe the US is still trying to keep that we are a strong country by putting too much budget on research on bioweapons. So the message, if they're really working on bioweapons, I believe that the message they're trying to say is that we are strong. Don't challenge us. In my opinion, are very, very dangerous weapons if they actually have been used or they will be used.
This also remind me to one of the quotes from our Russian strategist, Mr. Leon Trotsky, who once said that you may not be interested in war, but war is interested in you. So under the skin, we understand that it is an human instinct that we want to achieve power, but the question is that at what cost? With the development of the technology, we are now being exposed, and the humanity is being threatened by novel kind of tactics and novel kind of tools, for example, the development of the biological weapons.
I think it will be invincible if the international community doesn't take cards into the game. If the international community doesn't come and to put a stop in this, it will be invincible and there will be nothing we can do about it. But now, as we're seeing it, as we're getting to know, this has been a tactic used since many years ago, but until now we're talking about it. But of course, if this is happening, there should be a clear stop to this, because it can threaten all the humanity.
In order to control this, of course, there are certain bodies which are working on the controlling of such kind of development, like biochemical weapons and labs, but I think those are not enough, because with this kind of innovative threats which are being emanated with the passage of time, an out of the box approach is needed to control, so that the world and the humanity can live peacefully, and we all can make this world a better place to live in. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much.